Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, the second week of July, and plants just continue to grow. Changes that I've made. Before you saw that the light was up here. Well, I've changed it because I added a light. So, new light, old light, and they're daisy chained with their daisy chainer thing. That's what's kind of cool about these lights, is you can expand them. Theoretically, I could put 2 more lights in there. The reason I did this was I realized, the top plants were getting all the light. None of the bottom plants were getting light. And, well, now everybody can get light. So, I got my kale. You wouldn't know to look at it, but I harvested that on the 4th of July. So, harvesting on the 4th of July, and made some pulled pork sandwiches. That's not what we had the kale on. We had those on BLTs, we'll call them. There was no tomato on them. But yeah, spinach is growing. That spinach there, this one right here, was one that I harvested off of, and it's already got a little leaf and a big leaf, and then an even bigger leaf in the back. And then it's got, these littler leaves in there, and then this lettuce is growing pretty good. This is stuff that I transplanted from the we'll call it the microgreens. Spinach is going okay. More lettuce. Again, these are ones that I just transplanted. Basil. So, when you're harvesting basil, you have to be careful not to cut the whole thing off the top. Fortunately, I didn't cut the whole thing off, but got pretty darn close to it, cutting the whole thing off. But it'll still keep going. It's got a seedling leaf, so it's still getting stuff. And these are growing out. Those will grow. This other little basil is getting big. Finally, mint. I don't know what to say about the mint. It's spicy. No, it's pretty good mint so far. So this tomato right here. Oh, there we go. This tomato right here. I moved it, as some of you can tell, down to this lower spot, and for a good, 3-4 days, it was growing straight and true. And then one day I come out and it's got a right angle bend and another right angle bend, pretty much 2 90-degree bends on it, and I'm like, that's weird. I've never seen a plant do that before. Probably has something to do with the light. That was the day I changed the lights that I noticed that. More lettuce, basil. Again, careful when you're harvesting, because I use scissors. They're gardening scissors, but you can use regular scissors too. I like these because they're pruners, and pretty much everything I'm cutting is small and leafy and green. And I picked these up at Home Depot. I think they were 10 or 11 bucks, but they generally work pretty good for harvesting and trimming leaves and branches and things. And then as we come around here to my My other crack key bucket. It's all just becoming a jungle. So there's tomato. I have two of the tomato plants in there. You barely see those poor strawberries. So one of my ever-blooming strawberries decided to take the plunge. I don't think there's any coming back from that. The other one's doing okay. Again, I don't know if it's too much nutrients, not enough nutrients, the wrong kind of nutrients. Yeah, there's a little basil in its own self-contained little Kratky bucket. And then time. I just don't have enough time. I make that joke. I don't have enough time, but so time there. It's still in this little dirt pot. Eventually, I'm going to move it, but it's still doing fine. I did, however, on the potatoes. God, those things are massively big, and I'm falling over. So, I think that's some lavender. So that's definitely lavender. Yeah. So speaking of time and not having enough of it, I can now have an endless supply because I have successfully, if I can get it to focus here. Focus. Focus, there we go. I have successfully cloned time. You could maybe call me a time lord. Ha. Because I am, well, I don't know if I'm the master or the doctor. Take your pick. Because I have mastered time. I've also cloned time, meaning I've made more time. And then I wanted to show you this guy. This is one of the basil clippings that I started cloning, and a couple weeks ago it didn't have roots, and ta-da! It has roots. Oh my gosh, look at those things. On the Reddit hydroponic subs out there that I frequently take look at, they would call that quote root porn and consider that not safe for work. People on the internet are weird. That's all I have to say about that. So, and then the top from the other one that I accidentally cut off. We're gonna see if I can do. You can't see that. We're gonna see if I can get some roots on there. It hasn't been there very long, but as you can see, it's still leafy and green. Kale's doing fine. This guy was not cloned, but this plant and this plant. So these two plants are actually the same plant, because I cut that from that. I think. I don't know. I mean, they were yeah. So this one came from one of the other ones that I bought from the store. Effectively, now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 basil plants. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. Yep, seven basil plants where I only had 6. And then I'll have 7 there. A little kale here. Alright. I'm going to show you Ellie's monstrosities. Her branthiantha, her dahlias. Tomatoes are there. Her patio tomato. Her petunia. I mean, that's deep purple flowers. eggplant. The eggplant, the buds keep falling off, and I don't know why. I don't know whether they're just getting knocked off. And then her Willamette tomatoes. So those buds on there are starting to dry out. So yeah, those buds on there are starting to dry out and everything. I accidentally hit the stop button. I was trying to change the focus to zoom in. Yeah. So hopefully they'll be turning into tomatoes soon. Yeah. So here we go. Yeah. So that's my grow report for today. Everything behind me. There we go. It's kind of brightly overcast, and I haven't had all my coffee yet. So here's the thing. This is all just an experiment, and I mean it's pretty cool when you think about what I've accomplished in just 2-3 months, I think. I don't remember when I started this, but at least it's 2 months. Maybe it is, but
or maybe it is
2, 3.
We don't know anymore.
I don't know. Time is relative. Get it? Relative time, because time and that time are the same time. Ba-boom, sis. Get me back in focus here. So, yeah, it's just been a wonderful experiment to experiment with. I don't know what else to say. I know I messed up on the thing. Oh, yeah, I know. Remember now. So I'm going to be starting to post these to YouTube, and link them Facebook. So that's why it looks different today, because it's on Facebook. And well, I had to splice these two videos together because I accidentally hit the stop button. Technology. You gotta love it, right? I mean, without technology, we wouldn't have hydroponics. Well, we would, but it would be different. I mean, a bucket of water with fertilizer, nutrients. Call them nutrients. We don't call it fertilizer. It's nutrients. So, yeah, that's my grow report for this second Wednesday in July. I hope everybody has a great day. Keep on growing and be the change you want to see in the world. Much love.